Good morning and welcome to Coffee Walk. What a great day it is to be alive. What a great week it was. And I want to give a huge thanks to my staff here who have been working incredibly hard through this COVID, especially my parts department and service department, actually everybody. It's been a little interesting, but we've got a lot going on. Everybody's giving it 100%, so thanks a ton to the staff at Collins Brothers. It's awesome. I love you guys. Now I get up my Richard stick and my coffee. Let's go see what's going on in the shop. For many years, we focused on CJ parts. Then we went into producing the TJ parts. Then we did the whole JK line, and we just about finished our JL line. Now we're back refocusing on CJ parts. Now, one of the hard things to find over the years, which we had a ton of it, we had every color of Hart's fabric for all these seats. We ran out of the dark blue denim. We finally found some. It's back in production, so that's really nice because we have two Levi's edition sets of seats for restorations that are coming up. Now, the Levi's edition CJs were built from 75 to 78. Now, they did carry on the material after that, but the contract with Levi's ran out. So if you walk up to a JEEPS seat and it actually says Levi Strauss on the button, it has its orange tag, you're going to know that that was made somewhere between 75 and 78. Now, I'm going to walk up front real quick and show you a later model Levi seats that don't say Levi Strauss on the tag. Good morning, Colby. Good morning, Kevin.
Morning.
Kevin loves the camera. I think we got him finally. He usually runs from the camera. I don't know why. So the seats that I just showed you there are the dark blue. After the dark blue Levi's denim came the light blue. But if you'll look at this button right here, it no longer says Levi Strauss, and there's no tag. Again, and this is a 79 tan seat, no tag, no Levi Strauss. So there are some differences. Now, let's go look at some Nutmeg Laredo seat cushions. Morning, Alex. Morning. You got your coffee? It's outstanding, isn't it? The most difficult seats to do for any of the Jeeps are the Laredo seats, which are also basically the same as in a Jamboree and a Golden Eagle, Golden Hawk. There's so many different materials on these seats. Look how intricate it is to manufacture this cushion. These are finally available. They're correct. So the aftermarket is really coming on strong on the Jeep CJs. We've almost got everything for these now to get them back to OE correct, which is the goal. We're working on a lot of items right now that we don't like the quality of, and some items that are missing. So, and here's the seat bottom. Just absolutely beautiful. Very, very intricate. They are expensive. If you order these from us, it takes about a month to get them. Let's go see how the Autumn Gold LS Jeep's doing. Of course, we have these appliques. We finally get the proper textures. You've seen the stripe kits. Totally OE correct, extremely nice. Some of the small detail stuff, like on the Laredo, you've got this pinstripe that goes around your gauge cluster surround. Really nice touch. We've had these for a long time. We've got these that are exactly correct. I just so happen to have an item that has been out of stock for a long, long time. We got them back in stock. Beautiful, correct reproduction, Laredo glove box door applique. Now, if you've been watching out there, what people have been selling the NOS ones for, it is incredible. Some of the rare NOS items for Jeeps now have, and I'm not making this up, have actually surpassed some Ferrari prices. Getting a little ridiculous. But we've got the Laredo glove box applique back, so that's if you've got an 8086 Laredo and you're missing that, call parts. Now, the only problem is we only have a limited supply of those. I think we only have like 100 of them. Now I want to go see the 1J Vintage Red Metallic Scrambler, the one owner Jeep that I showed you last week. It had paint on it, but it wasn't striped yet. Rocker moldings weren't on it, and the spray line wasn't done yet. So we've got it's been color sanded and polished. And as always, our paint work is far beyond factory, full show quality. A beautiful stripe kit. I love the two colors that really go well with this Vintage Red Metallic. Rocker moldings have been painted the proper color. One of the neat things I like on the Scramblers with this stripe kit is this rear decal. Just such a cool touch that Jeep did. It's actually two color as well. And last week when we spoke about this, I said the customer wanted his spray line inside, but he wanted color matched. I think it looks really, really good. Now, let's go see the Jaguar. that we bought recently. We have a lot of requests. People are like, we don't get to see the dusty, dirty cars after you've cleaned them up. Sorry for that. I'll try to do a better job. Alex was back here yesterday cleaning this, so let me go see. Looks good. So if you remember, this car's been parked since like the inspection's 86, the license plate is 1987. British Racing green on green, which is a great color combination. Now this is a 2+2, and this is something I wanted to show you the other day, but there was so much stuff in the car and I couldn't get to it to where you could see it. Is now you can see the back seat. So Tyler, if you'll peek in there. So you had a roadster version in 69, you had a 2-seat coupe, and you had a 4-seat coupe. What else is rare about this car is it's an automatic. So if you're going to convert one of these, which believe it or not, a lot of people do, and you're going to go with a V8, that's a GM Turbo 400. Talk about an easy swap. Now I want to put this car up in the air and show you the bottom of it and why I love buying cars locally, especially here in Texas. So I just took my coffee from E-Type Jag and put it on a 911 Porsche. Here's the spare. The jack's here. And here you can see the green interior color a little bit better. This is a 22,000 mile car. It's been parked for 33 years, but I want you guys to see the bottom of it. When we advertise to sell cars from Collins Brothers, all the vintage cars, we always give the customer chassis shots. If you're buying a vintage car and you haven't seen pictures of the bottom of it, that's a big risk. Okay, these cars are super rust prone. You see how solid this quarter is? Rockers are really, really nice. Battery box areas, no rust at all. Now I'll get it all the way up, and the common area on these E-types are the rear suspension pickup points or the mounting points and the rear area where the spare tire sits. Love E-type Jags, they're just beautiful. So if you'll come under here and look at the rear floor where the spare sits, these are common areas that hold water and get rust. There is no rust at all. And if you're not familiar with the E-types, these are just magnificent cars. Independent rear suspension, 4-wheel disc brakes. And like I said, Turbo 400, this car can handle so much more power it came from the factory. This is a very important area right here. This is where they commonly rust, and when there's torque from the car, it'll tear out of the floor. This is the original undercoating on the car, and it literally has no rust at all. Let's look up front. Again, 4-wheel disc brakes. Now, there's gonna be some guys out there cringe when I throw this out there. Again, these cars, the one thing is they're handling, they're braking, and they're capable of high speeds, but they are underpowered. So, do you build this motor, inject it, bigger pistons, put more race style? Do you leave it stock? Is it just a beautiful car to drive it? Or since this isn't automatic, very, very easy. There's a lot of kits out there. How about just dropping in a fuel-injected LS? Then you got it overpowered. So I don't know which way we're going to go with this car. We've got a lot of projects going on. We may just sell it like it is, but it's a neat find. Again, this is why I like to buy stuff locally. Look, this car has no rust. And we'll look at the other side too and just confirm. Got some paint coming off over here and some surface rust, but no rust through. I left the door open. Let me bring it down a little bit. One thing that's also really important when you're looking at vintage cars is look at the bottom of the doors and see if you can get somebody to send you a picture of that. If you look at the bottom of this door, there's no rust in it. What a great car to start off with. These 2+2s are the cheapest E-type to obtain, but they're also commonly used. There's several companies, there's two that I know of in Poland, that'll take a 2+2 and turn it into a roadster. Because the basis of this car is basically what a roadster was, and they got a top on it and added a back seat. So you remove this top, and that area turns into your area for the soft top, and they have soft top assemblies made for these. So there's lots of possibilities for this car. Which way would you guys go with it? Now, this car is currently not running. It's not turning over with a key. We're gonna see if it'll turn over by hand. We put a bore scope down in the cylinders. They look really good. They're not rusty at all. We're not sure why it's not turning over. So there's another reason why this might be a candidate to do something else with it. But it is a very original car, so I'm probably gonna let the next owner decide what to do with this car because I've got so many big projects going on. But I love E-Type JAGs. I always like to try to find at least one or two a month. I'm actually going to look at a disassembled 68 coupe today. But if y'all look at the interior of this car, you have one of the prettiest steering wheels out there. And again, it's only got 22,000 miles on it. Dash is nice. So let's look under the hood real quick. It was pretty dusty, dirty, nasty we looked at the first time. Really complete car, very correct. Spark plug wires aren't correct, that's pretty obvious, but it doesn't look like it's missing anything at all. You even got a GM alternator on there. So there you have it. Jeeps and JAGs for the day. Let me know which way you think this car should go. And I'm inclined to go ahead and let the next owner decide that. If you're heavy into CJs, which obviously we are, 76 to 86, if there's something out there that you don't have or you can't find, if we don't have it new, NOS, aftermarket, we got it used. I'm just gonna do a quick walk by of the sea of Jeeps that we've bought recently, which we'll hit on soon, so keep up for that episode because we found some really, really rare ones. They are 3 deep over here. These are almost all of these are CJs. So, and several of them will be parted out. So if you're doing 76 to 86, we're gonna have it. It's either gonna be new, used, NOS, aftermarket. Somehow we're gonna help you. So please like, tag, share, or follow. Everybody keep smiling. I know COVID's tough. We're gonna get through this. Have a great day.